Happy New Year to our partner, our colleagues, and Gelato Chef. My name is Giovanni Galli, and for those who don't know yet, I'm the business director in charge at IST 1927. Today we are going to present the new Cattabriga pasteurizer, the PSK 185 Pro. This is the machine that our customer asked us several times to perfectly match our big size batch freezer range. Lately, big laboratories have become a global trend. This is why the sales of big size batch freezers, such as multi-freezer 12 and 18, have increased a lot in the last years. We knew that the market really wanted this machine, but we needed to be 100% sure that the project we were going to do was respecting the Cattabriga standard, so it has to be 100% quality. We started developing the prototype last August, along with R&D chief Leonardo Piemontese. We started already last year to develop the project based on the requests of our gelato makers. Why is that? Because this is our customer base. So we asked to gelato chef and clients to write a letter to Santa Claus with all key points for a pasteurizer. Now we will show you a slide of what came out. Basically came out 4 main points that were common to all the gelato chefs that we interviewed. The cleaning, meaning that the easy in cleaning. The mix, that sometimes no risk of burns at all. The ease of use, so how handy is the machine, and the fastness to get empty the machine from the mix. But as you know, Cattabriga customer are customers that want the best, are customers that want something more than everybody else. Why is that? Because we are the elder brand in the market, and Cattabriga customers were used to specific features on our machines. What? The emulsifier, for example, as you can see from the slide. The emulsifier was present already from the PSK APM series, and our customer used to have the emulsifier in every country, from Greece to Scotland, and even in Poland and many others. The floating agent, that is something that has been invented by our R&D department in 2015. Why is that? Because thanks to this, we can say that our machine is an intelligent machine. So basically, up to the quantity of mix we have inside of our tank, the speed of the motor agitation will adapt and don't risk to overfoam or oversplash the mix. And then the last that we launched last year in January in Egypt, the app, the first app in the gelato world, that can be downloaded directly from the user. Thanks to this app, you will see even better after, but you can monitor every cycle of the machine. But now it's the time to show you really the machine, and we will launch the video of the machine. Let's go. Okay, there are a couple of things that you cannot see from this video. First of all, the name PSK 185 stands for the maximum quantity that the machine can process, 185 kilo of mix. Besides that, there is another crucial point, that the time of pasteurization with every type of mix is lower than 3 hours, is shorter than 3 hours, completely different from everybody else in the market. But now it's the time to show you the machine in reality. This is the machine, Coupe de Théâtre. But to go more in details in the machine, we have here our gelato chef that cooperate with Cattabriga from many years and helped a lot during this development. So I'm pleased to present you here the founder of La Sorbetteria and the owner of Schiavon Gelato, Mr. Giacomo Schiavon. Come on, Giacomo.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy New Year. Probably for someone, good evening, or for someone else, good morning. You know, I'm so happy to be here with all you. Thank you, Giovanni.
Thank you very much, Jax. Thanks to be here and thanks for the time you dedicated to develop this machine. Together also with our other chef, but you have a lot of experience. And most of our customers and partners all around the world know perfectly that. First of all, how it was the season, Jack?
Oh, the gelato season was excellent because we had excellent weather in Italy, only 3-4 days of rain from March to November. So it was very hot, and for sure, for this new situation with this virus, with COVID, the gelato, it became more and more a moment of pleasure, And so
it's true. This we notice every time. For example, it's incredible to say, but even after a war or during a war, we notice, for example, in the time that there was a civil war in Iraq, or a critical moment also in other countries, that we had, strangely to say, but even a hype in some cases of sale of gelato machines.
Yeah.
Because sugars make people happy, like people smiling. For sure, it's not easy nowadays because of all the rules that everybody of us have to respect to be safe. But if we respect the rules, thanks God, most of the country let work the takeaway and the delivery. So, which has been the secret or the key of your success last year?
Certainly, in my business, the system, the organization of the takeaway and the delivery system had been present and tested from a long time. At least 50 years ago, we started with, and we spent a lot of time to manage to find the perfect structural and organoleptic characteristic for the gelato to be perfect for this business. It's not the same gelato usually we produce for seasonal business, for a month during the summertime. So the gelato is completely different, and it is perfect for takeaway delivery and to enjoy at home with the family, with the friends. Now, not too many friends at home,
just
not possible. And so it's important, was really, really important. Was and it is very important to have an important offer, so big menu, not only of gelato, but monoportion, gelato cake, okay? High quality products, high quality products, and mental and technology flexibility. So this is very important.
Absolutely. We remind to everybody that there is a beautiful webinar done by Giacomo Schiavon based on the deliveries business, because he has been guesting us inside of his Schiavon Gelato to show us and to everybody what he used to produce in the last months, and also what you can make to make a specific kind of gelato in order that in the moment of the delivery can be eaten today and tomorrow with the same organoleptic qualities. But now let's talk about why we are here today. So let's talk about your help and which are the class that impressed you the most in the PSK 185 Pro.
Yes, so probably we can see some characteristics of the machine. So we start opening the machine. I want to say one very important thing. Probably everyone knows famous Enzo Ferrari in Italy, and he always said, for a machine to be fast, to be special, also must be beautiful. And when I saw this machine the first time inside the R&D area, so not here, and I really, when I saw the first time the machine, I told with Leonardo, you will know him later, wow, it's beautiful. So for sure, it's also special. Immediately, no, you see, it's beautiful, no?
It's the same. Actually, why we did this video today? Because this, I know everybody, we live in this situation right now, distancing and everything. But it's really a pity to not have give you the possibility to touch this machine and see this machine. Really, even the small details, even the parts that typically are just operative parts, look nice. Even details like really the support to take up here, the top cover is nice. It's has been thought well and nice. Thank you very much, Nick.
Great. So good job also for the for the view. So for sure, I have always been a man of Cattabriga before IST, not for a long time. I started 35 years ago, and I was Cattabriga, working with the vertical machine, okay? And so I know very well all the machine we created, we developed after. And for sure, I am one of the internal elements of the company. Absolutely. Able. We can say probably black sheep, okay? Of putting pressure on the engineers and salesmen, for sure. So,
yes, because Giacomo, every time, I remember since my first travel with Giacomo, that he was putting pressure and really watching me like, bah, Giovanni, you are absolutely not at the standard.
Yeah,
I remember very well, many times.
And how to say, I always considered the effective and precise interaction between the chef and the machine to be fundamental. We optimized it, if we can say, and exasperated even more the experience and cutting edge solution we developed and tested on last years. I don't know how to say, 20 years now, with all the models of the group. Always starting from Cattabriga experience, always, no? So, and the cleaning has always been a key factor for esteem, always. To be precise, we have changed and worked for ease, speed, and safety in training, for sure.
Absolutely.
We have worked to obtain the ability to completely or even partially disassemble the elements of the machine. For example, we can show now very well. Thank you for your support. This is incredible, you know. Look, it's possible just to remove the first part of the cover, you know. Very easy to disassemble, clean perfectly, come back and assemble again in how long? 5 seconds.
Few seconds.
1, 2, 10. Very
We
easy.
look after.
We look after.
Incredible idea.
With Leonardo, yeah, sure. So this was the example, and for example, it is really simple and fast to disassemble part of the lid, if not all. Probably we can see video.
Yes, we have a beautiful video.
Okay.
Actually, I was very impressed with that because it's like very, very fast how you could make this video that basically it shows that in just 1 minute and 40 seconds you could really disassemble and reassemble the machine. It's incredible.
But I just want to put the focus on the cleaning. For example, you see we have the emulsifier system. This is we have from a long time, but now we really find the maximum level of performance performance, I think. Very easy, fast to disassemble, we can see in the video. And also, for example, it's very important to clean daily, or for sure every day in the evening, the tap. Okay, so we will see in video. I'm sorry, because we have not too much time, so we just put the focus on the
on the main things. It's really a pity not to have the possibility of make you touch the machine.
Yes.
But now we have, I think, a video, what we were saying, that really can help to see more in details how fast and easy it is to disassemble. We work, as we said, from the beginning. We respected the tradition, keeping the emulsifier, but we improved a lot the emulsifier. We put a different engine and also a different head. And we listened all the comments that all our gelato chefs around the world and our distributor that were very helpful to support in taking all this feedback gave us. So really a lot of details that we have been working in. For example, here you are disassembling all the top cover.
Completely.
How many times you are listening, for example, that was very tough to manage to disassemble completely the machine. Now it's so easy.
Yeah.
But later on, we will see with Leonardo how we could arrive to this invention and really how we could perform as well.
Yeah, really was possible for me to stop at this moment, this time.
Yeah.
But I wanted really to have the machine completely free from every kind of equipment. Really, we don't need to disassemble the full emulsifier every day, no, but because we need just 30 seconds more, why not? So it's incredible, no?
Exactly. And in some countries, we notice, for example, that there are really, we sell in more than 90 countries around the world. So it depends from different kind of sanitary department all around the world and different rules to respect. So we have to make it easy because it's really important to respect every habits in every kind of country.
But more and more, because it is really possible now for this machine to have an important part, important job inside a centralized factory. So we must give some fixed information to the staff. We cannot say today you must wash and tomorrow you can wash just a part. So okay, you wash completely everything and finish. Okay, we cannot give not perfect information to the staff. The staff is not always a professional chef, no? Okay,
Absolutely.
So you must disassemble the machine, clean perfectly, and finish. Okay.
Absolutely. Give at least the opportunity of doing it daily and easy. Absolutely. It's something that was one of the targets creating this machine.
Yeah.
Absolutely arriving to a point that basically you can really disassemble everything, even the emulsifier.
Sure.
Because the things that the emulsifier is from the factory make that really something that has to be really integrated, but also easy to remove.
Right.
Basically, moreover, we have to remind we are the only one with the emulsifier integrated.
Yeah.
Because doing an emulsifier, we worked a lot in these months, also with the help of Mr. Casagrande, that is specialized in doing emulsifier, and it's been a really good match altogether. Here, almost you have finished, and now, yes, you use the small piston, and yes, it's finished.
It's incredible. Huh?
Very nice. Yeah, fantastic.
It's incredible. So now, I don't remember where we stopped before the video, so but for sure we can show some more information to the machine. In this moment, we are speaking about the safety of the machine, and for the safety we have worked for a truly broad concept that involved all the people directly and indirectly involved in the use of the new machine. So we must think it is not common to have a standard chef working with this machine. It's really possible to have some operator, some staff not professional. Okay, so we must think about the safety, but the full concept of the safety. Okay, so in this moment we are going to introduce a grid, okay, and we can use this grid to insert the solid ingredients after the liquid, okay, and so to work safely, but also to see what happens inside. But really, we don't need, because with new kind of cover, we can always check what happens inside the machine.
This, for example, this was also an idea that came out from the chef. Came out, we gave the possibility to our chef to go down and watch the machine alone and giving their own purpose last year in October, what you can do in order to make easier the possibility of pouring inside the solids in the machine while the machine is running.
Yeah.
Also, this is only for Cattabriga.
Yeah. It is almost terrible not to insert some solid ingredients if the mix is not running, no? It's a really big problem. So
safety, especially in safety,
sure.
Because it's this, as you said, it's very important that you have different type of operator
right.
users.
Also for the standard chef, no? They
exactly.
need to increase the level of the safety, no? Not because I have experience, no, okay, so you just run one time, and okay, so and this is, I'm sorry, we have just a short time to show everything. And after this, for example, another important active safety parameter is we can block the tap when and for what? I'm thinking we thought the full life of the pasteurizer. So it is possible in this moment we are pasteurizing chocolate, and we must go at 85 or 90 degrees. So it's better to work safe. It is really simple, no? To have a touch with the tap and open, no? Or for example, in the evening, in the night, no? If someone not professional, no? Some staff not professional needs to clean the machine and all the laboratories. So that's why we thought really deep what to do to make this machine safe. But we speak also about the passive safety. For example, the ability of the machine to produce, to preserve a perfect mixture, no? The liquid basis inside, okay? For example, avoiding, avoiding burns or ice formation on the side, on the wall of the pasteurizer. And it's very important, for example, for the machine, we still have the dialogue system. Cattabriga still developed this system on 2006, 2006, so many times ago.
We developed for Norwegian market because it was too broad country, was too big, and it was very difficult to service machines that were so far away.
So this is very important because with this we can support the maintenance and the management of the machine. And for example, we have a new app, but probably later you can speak with Leonardo. But very important because with this app we can record the pasteurization cycles, for example, and it is also an element not only for the chef, for the company. Yes. It is also like a certification and a guarantee for the final customer. The people come to the shop to buy the gelato. So it has double function. So in this moment, we are speaking about the full concept of the safety. It's very important.
Totally agree with you. And in fact, is something that the fact that the machine has to be the right machine in terms of safety for a user that work in the laboratory for his first time, but in a big laboratory, because we are talking of a Cattabriga big machine. And on the other side, the fact that basically you have the safety also on the quality of the product itself. We have to imagine that nowadays, also with this situation of the COVID, everybody of us is much more careful in the side of the cleaning, personal cleaning, and also the cleaning of what we touch and the instrument that we use for our working. Now we have another video that go and speak about and show us the grid that we were already talking before. We can see from this video. As you can see, this, as we said before, it was an invention of our chef last year in October, that we would like to find a solution in order that people could put inside the machine solids 100% in safety. And we created this, the R&D department created this beautiful grid.
Yeah. It's not new. Eh? We are using the grid also in our previous pasteurizer, also 125. So
not in Cattabriga. And also,
no, not the grid.
The grid. It's basically the grid. The 125 last year in October for the 125 Pro and the 65 Pro.
Yeah, right.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, it's not new for us.
Yes, no, yes. Yes, but it's been invented last October.
No, yeah. Following the request, no, the Santa Claus letter, no,
exactly, the
flexibility
side.
Yes. Regarding the flexibility, this was another very, very important parameter, the same of the other. No? I would like to express a personal concept about that. It is essential for a chef who goes every day, every morning, to his laboratory, sometimes 7 days a week, 30 days per month. Not to have technological limits, okay, for the realization, for the production of his ideas and recipe. This is very important. So when you arrive in your laboratory and you look around and you think if the technology you have is perfect for your idea. Yeah, this is very important. You cannot have limits with this, okay? So I'm talking, for example, about the minimum and maximum production and storage quantities for the pasteurizer machine. I'm talking about the different type of pasteurization, okay? So with the preset program we have here in the machine, or with customizable programs, and with the bit of the machine and the operator to be able to change every time the parameter if we need, for example. So we have a full menu, if it's possible to say, full menu of options. So from the automatic to the customized program, but in every time we can play with the machine. Okay, it's not for everyone. Okay, but in a centralized factory, we set the machine and we work safe. Finish. Okay, but the crazy chef must be able to play with, no?
Exactly. In fact, the fact that always you can have different type of user, but the machine can adapt to different type of user itself. So basically, it's very useful. If you want, you can have just a standard and special mix and stop there, and the machine will do everything by itself. But on the other side, if you want to do customization during the time of pasteurization, you can change the speed of the beater down, but also when activate the emulsifier,
yeah,
and when deactivate, and the speed itself of the emulsifier. That is a complete novelty.
Yeah, from here, from inside, we know very well, we always tested the new pasteurizer with my terrible chocolate basis, you know. So if this is okay, the machine is okay. It's like a mousse, no?
Yes,
so
it's
if
like padding.
padding, okay, so okay, everything's okay. No. So we're speaking about the ability of the machine to make complicated liquid base, okay? So with short time, with the limited time we have for this webinar, I would like to mention the highlights. For example, the emulsifier, it is always available during the production, or it's really interesting. Also, even when the production is finished, so during the storage phase, if we want to add some other ingredients, no, it's possible to use always the emulsifier. It has some dedicated, how to say,
Buttons.
Okay, and so we can play with the speed of the emulsifier, and it is interesting because usually we think this kind of machine could be very noisy, very limited. Okay, we have no limit. It's very powerful, very efficient, and no noisy. So this is very interesting for a chef. Lives 12 hours per day in a laboratory. Okay?
Absolutely, because some of our customers have the experience also of the turbo mix.
Yeah, right.
So imagine the sound of the turbo mix is very high.
Forget, completely different.
Talking about, you were talking before about the minimum quantity, so now we will show you everybody the minimum quantity video. Basically, we were talking that inside the machine you can, one very important point for sure is the flexibility.
Right.
And the flexibility not just in production terms, but also in conservation terms, because we have to consider that what was also one of your suggestions, and also Father Chef, that when you have such a big tank, yes, it's true that you produce a lot, but you cannot put somewhere in the fridge 60 liters of mix. So basically here we will see that how many liters were here, Jack?
There were 55 liters, 55. This is the, around 60 kilograms, okay? This was the minimum amount for the full process, okay?
Yes.
Pasteurization and cooling and storage.
Yes.
But then, the minimum amount for the storage is really less and less and less. So Leonardo became crazy with me because I asked him to test the machine with really, really small amount.
Yes.
So 35 liters and also less, but we have information for 35. So you don't need to take out the mix when you have 60 liters, okay? You don't know where to store it.
Exactly.
So we arrived at 35 liters inside, and not white base, chocolate minimum. You can see from the display, this is not a fake, you know, video. I pasteurized the day before, and the mixer was inside for 12 hours in the night, and so the day after we came back and we checked what happened. So you see no foam, nothing, no ice, so nothing, perfect, okay?
Fantastic. So basically 35 liters in conservation.
Right.
So to sum up, can you tell us, Jack, which are the opportunities that PSK 185 can give you?
We are certainly talking about a very high performance machine with absolute guarantees from the hygienic point of view of safety and flexibility. Okay, so what I like this machine, it is certainly a very modern machine for creative professionals, okay? I say also sometimes crazy chef, okay? But a machine designed and developed for centralized laboratories also, okay? And where the operator is often not a professional chef, okay? And where the high quality of the product, now we must do only high quality product, okay? The low quality, forget, okay? It's not for the future, okay? Exactly. Especially now the people at home buy gelato, they enjoy better at home the gelato now with the delivery system. It's not the cone you eat on August when summertime, okay?
And they notice more the details.
Yeah, they know more the quality, okay? So, and where the high quality of the product is crucial, and always comply with high parameters together of safety, cleaning, and flexibility. This that is.
Fantastic. So summing up, we have a slide that exactly underline these 3 points that we have seen since the beginning. So basically the cleaning, the safety, and the flexibility. So thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time, and I see you.
Really helpful in everything.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And now will join us our R&D chief, our Leonardo Piemontese, that have invented so many different things to make this machine possible.
Thank you, Giovanni. Good morning, all. What can I say? The machine is equipped with a tank that has a spinner at the bottom, as the previous model of PSK Pro range. The impeller is now bigger to perfectly mix even maximum charges. I remind you that the maximum charge is 170 liters. That is 185 kilos. We can say the
absolutely.
Impeller.
We see exactly. This is a bigger size compared, as said just right now, Leonardo, than the 125 Pro.
However, the machine can process also minimum charge thanks to the floating sensor that is patented. The minimum charge is 60 kilos, okay, but the machine can store a minimum charge of 35 liters.
This is very, very important because it's incredibly helpful because, as we said before, we produce machine that has to respect the need of the gelato maker. We don't want that the gelato maker have to follow our machine. It's the opposite. It's the machine that have to follow the gelato maker.
Okay. Impeller turns automatically depending on the quantity of liquid mix in the tank. It has 10 speeds that can be changed with the button here, and can be changed also manually by the display. Besides, we have a 3-level heating system plus 1 at the bottom. This reduces consumptions a lot.
And created this flexibility. This flexibility they noticed very well, Giacomo, because a lot of time when we were studying before doing this machine, we noticed that in the rest of the market, there was no possibility of having a machine so big, so flexible.
Another brand new tool is the lid. As you can see, it has 2 parts. You can remove easily the front part to easily add solids with the help of the grid, also during the mixing phase and in total safety. The lid can be easily taken apart and cleaned thanks to 4 pins, as shows Giovanni. And its internal part is designed allows also to avoid condensation outside the lid on the pan top.
This has also been something that the Leonardo's team have worked very, very hard because it's typical really to find condensation on the top of the pasteurizer. What happened? That these, especially now again, because of question of cleaning and safety, you cannot go there with whatever kind of piece of paper and clean. And you should throw away, absolutely.
Okay. We have also developed a new emulsifier that has 9 speeds. that you can change here with the button dictate. The machine is equipped with a completely renewed tap with a big section, 60 millimeters of
2
diameter.
inches, more than 2 inches
diameter. Just to better understand, the tank can be completely empty in 5 minutes. You can both fill a 20 liters bucket and spill a little espresso cup of mix with the same flexibility. And now we have a video that shows.
Yes, we call it the video of the espresso cup.
Yes, the espresso cup.
It's funny because as many chefs when we're testing enjoyed a lot the handiness, the ease of use of this stuff. And so this of the espresso cup was really funny. So,
yeah. Okay. The tap can be removed in a few easy steps, even with a full tank. This is very important. You can keep the mix and pasteurize. Then you place again the tap after cleaning and sanitizing. And also here we have a video.
Exactly, because it's incredible also this point that you can really completely clean your tap. Many other machines in the market you don't, absolutely. And here you clean everything very easily. We took the experience of the Compacta Chef, that the new door of the Compacta Chef that we invented last year.
Yeah. Very few parts.
The piston. The piston,
Piston, if you want to clean all the machine, also the tank.
Exactly. But it's beautiful that easily you can leave the piston inside, let the mix inside, and even with full tank, you can be safe. You don't risk anything. Fantastic.
Okay.
Great. But the things of the pins is a pity that you cannot touch from watching this video, because the idea of the pins has been really incredible. It's make this, yes, absolutely. No, it's incredibly easy, and you also you didn't see, but also these pins here. It's very nice. These pins. We want to show you another detail that was not possible to see during the video. See, this also is to attach the two different parts of the top cover. The other pins are pistons that are integrated in the support. And then the last, but not the least of importance, so the exclusive app to monitor the pasteurization cycles. We will launch now a slide that will show the app. Basically, you know very well, most of our distributors know very well the dialogue system. We created an app that you can download from the iOS market for the iPhone and also for the market of Android. What happened? That thanks to this app, the client can always monitor the machine while it's working and can record the cycles of pasteurization. Basically, this is important because of safety, as said before, Giacomo, but also it's important because we have inside all the tutorial. So, and this of the app, it is also for the other machines that are with dialogue. So basically, if you will buy, or one of your clients will buy a dialogue machine, can download from the market the app. It's called M2M Dialogue, and it's completely free once you have bought the machine. And it's you can really watch all the tutorial and watch the tutorial to the final user. Now we are about to finish our presentation. We hope you liked the machine. We would love to show you physically the machine during the shows, like we always did. It's really a pity not to be with you. Normally, personally, I was doing 13 shows, just starting from January up to the end of February, and I think all of us is missing that. Is missing that our team is missing that. I think you too are missing that. But this machine, same as our novelties, will be. You can ask a question now for sure, as said before by Elisa, but also in the next days, asking to our area manager, our partner distributor, and also to and also organizing demos that we have to remember that is for sure we have to be careful. But if we organize one-to-one demos with our customers, even in Europe, we can make. We have a lot of examples like this in Italy, and done in safety, and they are working very, very well. So do not hesitate to schedule demos for the clients, and please, guys, to our partner, do not hesitate to ask more and more questions. Now is the time for the question that has arrived during our webinar. Thanks a lot for your time. Pasteurization time. This is the first question. The pasteurization time is 3 hours. How much for heating and how much for cooling? With 60 kilo, 120 kilo, and 185 kilo. Okay. First of all, exactly, you get that is always lower than 3 hours. Actually, with white base, I think Giacomo that can also join us. Again, it's how long it was with white base and how long it was with your special chocolate.
Okay, very different, okay, but also really interesting, the numbers. With the white base, my white base was not standard white base, it was a concentrate base anyway.
Yes.
I don't use standard white base, I don't know why. So 2 hours and a half or a little bit less for the white base, 60 kilograms. And 2 hours, 45 minutes for 185 kilograms of chocolate. Fantastic. My chocolate, very complicated, very sticky, so it's okay. That one. And so more or less the time is the same because Leonardo can explain better than me. We also need to save money, energy, and so we use the machine for the perfect amount we want to do. So the timing is almost the same because we want to respect the nature, so the energy, the water. Always less of 3 hours, but I worked from 2 hours and a half or a little bit less, maximum 245 with 185 of chocolate. So incredible.
This is very important because the fact of partializing the power that, as said before by Leonardo, that you have four different partialization of the heating. Okay, so this is very important because one of the requests of the gelato makers was not burning and not icing the mix. So being fast for what? Besides, another second question is, beside the motor, which parts can go inside a dishwasher?
We suggest to not use a dishwasher for our parts, our components. Obviously, components in stainless steel can go in a dishwasher, but I think it's very...
For example, how easy is to disassemble? Okay, here you have some parts that are in the special polymer.
This is better not.
It's better not in the dishwasher, but it's so easy to clean and so easy to remove. Yeah. That is not an issue. When the machine will, third question is when the machine will be commercially available. Okay, consider that this machine is not a prototype. We work on this machine, as we said, since August 2019. So even before, when we said the things of the grid was studied already even for these machines in the beginning. So we have already, for example, here 13 machines that we produced and available starting from next week, basically, beginning of February, so end of next week. We have already quite a lot of orders, so this is true. Fourth question, how many heating plates are in the bottom of the tank, like in the 125 model, left and right? These are questions.
Yes, for sure. We have two heating in the bottom. Yes, the same of 125. The same.
Which is the max temperature we can reach? This is the fifth question.
Is 90 degrees Celsius for the high pasteurization, and this is the maximum.
Yeah, so does the emulsifier works on demand or during the whole process?
Okay, so first of all, we need a minimum quantity inside to use the emulsifier. So it starts from 76, 75 liters, okay? So this is very important to understand. We can produce 60 kilograms minimum pasteurization, cooling, storage without emulsifier. Minimum amount for the emulsifier, 75 liters. Then we can activate what the temperature to start, what the temperature to stop during the cooling. Completely free, okay? And also we can use when the machine as at the end of the cycle. So the minimum, the only parameter is the minimum level 75 liter to turn on the emulsifier, the only.
But for sure, you can always press activate, deactivate, change the speed.
Always.
As we said, 9 different speeds. 9 different
yes.
speeds. Then another question, the sixth question, emulsifier have a third inverter.
The emulsifier is with an inverter on the bottom. Yes,
Sure. We have, as we just said, we have 9 different speeds. Will this new tap introduced on the smaller 65 and 125 Pro? It depends. Consider that a very important point. Here we have to get out 185 kilo of mixed potential. Okay. So the fact that the easiness and speed to remove the mix is very important to have a 6 inches tap. Okay. So really, in the end of the game, here what is that? Is something different, but with the same purposes of the 65 and 125. And this is a seventh question. Is homogenization necessary? But this is a strange question because, I mean, homogenization is not necessary. Obviously, what happened that we have different brands. Behind of us, we have Cattabriga, Cold Light from Hotfit, okay. But especially if we talk about gelato machine, we have Cattabriga and Pro, okay, and Cold Light. What happened? Once you buy a Cattabriga machine, as said before by Giacomo, you are buying the Ferrari, we can say, of the gelato machines, okay? So it's clear that you want the best. You want the best for your laboratory, you want the best for your final client that will notice that you will have a quality of gelato that is better than the others, okay? So I think not needed, but important. So
the point of view of the sales, okay? I'm a chef, so different point of view. So if you are thinking to make a white base, and then at the end you need to correct the final recipe, adding something, you need another step to add the aroma, the flavor. So you need to emulsify in another way, for example, outside of the machine. But this machine is crazy for me because it's possible, for example, the chocolate is a final recipe, okay? So you need to emulsify the chocolate. Or for me, because I can make 60 kilograms of single recipe, for example, 60 kilograms of vanilla. This is a final recipe. So we emulsify and we freeze immediately or after the aging with a big machine, multi-freeze to everything.
everything.
So I see this machine work with very big flexibility. So for the single recipe, wow, why not? For example, you want to make recipe for hazelnut chocolate. Oh, I don't like to pasteurize hazelnut and chocolate paste, walnut, hazelnut, pistachio paste. It's crazy, no, to pasteurize. So we make all the pasteurization without the nut paste cooling down. At 4, we add the nuts or the pistachio paste, we emulsify, and we freeze. So many solutions put together.
Thank you very much, Jack. Absolutely. Thanks a lot to everybody.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
What your help has been great.
Thank you.
Really.
Thank you.
Thanks to the team of Ice Team, and thanks to you that have been listening us from different parts of the world, from China, from South America. We find this timetable at 2 p.m. in order to have everybody, but do not hesitate to ask to our area manager, and also ask me and ask to the rest of the team. We are here to help you, to support you, and whatever you need, remember we are a family here as well. Thanks a lot to everybody. Thanks really a lot. Thank you. Ciao.